Namaste, everyone. This is a retake of the Sun Salute class I gave the other day, but it was cut off internet-wise. Now, I have no internet here, so this is a recording. This isn't a live stream. Basically, the Sun Salute A and the Sun Salute B can be used as a central theme to form the entire asana practice around. And what's so marvelous about Sun Salute A and B is that they're a complete yoga practice in themselves. You could do 1 set, 2 sets, 3 sets. I'll take you through 5 sets of A and B, and I've given you all the details you need for A and B elsewhere on my YouTube. I have the playlist for Sun Salute A and Sun Salute B. I'm making the playlist. There's 2 videos remaining, but you'll be able to. It's fairly straightforward. Those are extra details to make it even richer for you, but what you see me do now should be sufficient. Basically, we're only talking about a handful of forms here. We're talking about standing, arms up, a forward fold, half forward fold, the low push-up, the upward dog, the downward dog, and then it comes back to the front. And actually, for this video, what I'll do is simply A. Because I only have the playlist on Sun Salute A, I will just give you the guided class of Sun Salute A. How it will go is, because it's the same every time, what is needed is really to keep us all in sync. This is how a guided class would go. And because I'm not looking at you and I can't give you cues, I could explain what I'm doing. I'm changing positions, but you already know that if you've ever practiced Ashtanga. The sun's right in my face, so it's sunset here at the Grand Canyon if you couldn't tell. So you already know the forms. What we need is to keep on the same rhythm. Now you'll be able to hear my breath to a certain extent. There's traffic behind, and I'm at a certain distance from the camera, so maybe you don't hear the breath. What will key you in will be in the downward dog pose, which is the central theme of the Sun Salute. We hold the down dog for about 5 breaths. Now, if you can hear me breathing, then you'll know when the 5th breath is coming. Otherwise, I'll give a little grunt, and hopefully you can hear that on the recording, and that means you exit out of the Sun Salute, you come forward to the front of the mat and exit the way that we exit, which would be an inhale to come forward, exhale, fold, inhale, arms up, exhale, back to where we started. We'll do 5, and then a short seated guided meditation, and we'll see. I'll need to speak pretty loudly, but I'll sit at the back of my mat for that, and that'll be the complete yoga practice. So it should only take 10 to 12 minutes total, minus this explanation part. And so we'll begin. Keep in mind that the breath doesn't need to be perfect. The posture will bring out the breath in you. So just be open. Set an intention. Maybe this is it, or you have a different intention. Be open to the movement, the vinyasa, the posture. Be open to that bringing out your breath. You don't need to start with a perfect, clean breath. And by the time we finish 5, you'll have a much more open breathing pattern. And that's a beautiful thing. So stand at the front of your mat. Again, I'll just indicate when we start, when we finish, and then and I'll grunt when we're coming out of the down dog back to the front of the mat. You can join me for Om or just listen. Take an inhale for Om. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 5 breaths. forward. Exhale, forward. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down. This time I'll just save the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This time I'll simply grunt, and for the remaining 3 I'll simply grunt for down dog so that we can at least stay somewhat in sync with each other. This last one I'll call the breath out too so we stay in sync. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your left hand over your belly, right hand over your heart. Unless you're a female, then put your right hand over your belly and your left hand over your heart. Lower belly, below the navel. Turn the toes slightly out and the heels closer together. Take this opportunity to relax and settle into your frame, your body, your skeleton. Feel your relationship with the ground below you, from head to toe, from tongue to ankle, throat to knee, heart to hips, all the way through your navel, Lengthen the front and back of your body equally as you gently soften your breath, soften the throat. And feel as if your posture becomes effortless. Let go of your toes and feet. Let go of your fingers and your forehead. Take a few moments to just put your attention on your breathing. Begin to imagine as if you have a long panther's tail hanging down from your tailbone, and it hangs between the legs and points forward, tucking the tailbone forward. Soften the rib cage, soften the belly. Without moving your shoulders at all, gently push the shoulders forward. Drop the jaw and tongue even more. Explore for deeper levels of relaxation as you breathe all the way down to the pelvis and up into the brain with each inhale and exhale. Soft, quiet. Let go of as much as possible and find your center seat, that center of gravity where your awareness can rest stable. Begin to observe yourself doing something. Whatever it is you're doing, observe yourself doing it. Witness every muscle contraction, every breath, every thought, as if it were a subject to be observed. Release. Come back to your body in this present moment where you are. You can join me or just listen for one closing Om. Take an inhale for Om. Gaze just below the horizon as you exhale Om. Thank you for joining for this brief lesson. Some talking at the beginning, some talking at the end. This is a central theme that you can formulate the rest of your posture practice around. If you don't have a sequence that you're working with, and maybe even if you're just improvising, it's good to have a central theme that you can constellate everything else around. It makes your practice a bit more scientific because it's reproducible, and then you can observe deviations from day to day. Why are you less flexible today or tomorrow, or more lethargic or less, or whatever. If you change the routine every day, it's more difficult to pinpoint the causes of deviations. And this was also meant to give you an idea of the rhythm and pace of the vinyasa. It's meant to get your heart going. It's meant to get blood flowing and heat generating. And also to test the grunting command structure, because that ultimately more can be communicated in a silent practice, but to stay on pace with everybody we need to communicate somehow. So comment below if you found that easy or difficult or useful or not, and yeah, I'd love to hear your experience about it, and I'll see you in the next one. Namaste.